old boys ain't much for working. 2 shots on a barrel and they're talking about bourbon. Talking about a few other things that they don't know. If you've got a question, no need to ask. They don't have a clue, so raise your glass. Take a sip with the Bowl Brothers. Now it's on with the show. From the heart of central Kentucky, the bourbon capital of the world, it's 2 shots on a barrel with your host. A couple of hot shots of their own, the Bowl Brothers.
Welcome back to 2 Shots on a Barrel. Jimbo along with J-Bo. What's up, brother J-Bo?
Oh, I need my
Get
microphone.
your dang mic, man. When we go live, you're supposed to be ready, J-Bo.
Well, I just had a drink of larceny, and I just totally forgot what I was doing here. So, yeah, hey, thanks for
Good stuff.
the intro there. Pretty cool. I'm kind of shaking.
You're already screwing up.
I'm shaking already, man, because, I mean.
I knew this was going to happen. This is one when we were putting some stuff out on Facebook last night, kind of teasing the show, if you will, about who we were going to have on, and we'll tell you who that's going to be in just a minute. If you've looked on Facebook, obviously you know, but I knew this was going to be one that you were going to struggle with because you're a little bit
starstruck.
Yeah, you're starstruck.
Yeah.
I knew this was going to be one where you're going to be stuttering through.
Well,
I didn't know that you would not forget to pick up the microphone. That's a little.
Here's the thing, though. I come in, everything's ready to go. And, I usually fix you and I a drink before we get started because you're doing the wires and hooking stuff up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pouring a drink for this legend in here, and I'm just thinking I'm going to spill this all over him. And
I can see that.
I mean, because it's happened. I spilled coffee all over you last year.
No, I could definitely see that.
So I
see that you're staying really far away.
No, I need to be able to see everybody. So, but it's weird being starstruck around somebody that you've known for several years. I mean, I've known him for a while. Of course, we're not best friends. We don't hang out, but I know him. I know his family. But yet, here I am. I mean, it's pretty cool to have him in the studio.
It just seems like it gets better and better and better.
Go ahead.
With each show.
Just do it.
Hey, we welcome in a legend, Steve Nally.
Hey!
Hey, thank you all for having me. Hey, I'm just another guy. I'm not a legend. I've just been around a long time.
That's pretty cool. You think about legendaries and obviously Hall of Famers, which you are. By the way, your lovely bride is a Hall of Famer too. Talk about a dynamic duo.
Hey, yeah. I mean, we've kind of grown up in the industry together. We've done a lot of things together. We've promoted the industry, the products. We've had a ball doing it. How can you have more fun than this?
Oh, that's awesome. It's awesome. So how did it all start? How did this legendary life that you've lived, I know you don't like the word legend, but really, you've done it all. How did it all start?
Well, I was kind of born into it. I mean, I was born and raised right next door to Maker's Mark Distillery property, and I grew up beside of it. I used to ride my bicycle beside the property, not thinking anything about it. When I graduated from high school, I thought I wanted to be a farmer. A couple of years into that, I found out that wasn't a very smart decision. So, in the early 70s, things kind of got rough on that side of it. So, Sam K. Cecil was the plant manager at the time, and I went down there one day. I thought, hey, I need a job. I need something that'll pay some money, something I can pay the bills with. So, they just happened to have a job down there at the time, and thus it started. I went to work down there. I actually started growing yeast.
Really?
Yeah, that was my first job at the distillery.
Wow.
And through the course of the events, I worked every job down there at one point in time, from janitor, night watchman, cooker, steel operator, warehouse, rolling barrels, everything down there I did at one point in time. In 1988, the distiller retired, so I became, at then it was called head distiller. A few years later, became master distiller. And, I took that role over in 1988 and stayed there till 2003 when I semi-retired. And
how'd that work out for you?
Well, I actually started driving a semi.
Really? I didn't know that.
I drove a semi for 4 years, delivering grain to other distilleries, so I stayed in touch. And the opportunity came to 3 lawyers from Wyoming called me one day and said, we want to build a distillery in Kirby, Wyoming. So that was a huge town out there. I thought, well, I'll go out there, get in this big town of 52 people.
Wow.
Nobody will know what I'm doing. If I screw up, then nobody's going to know anything about it. Well, hell, everybody kept contact. They knew what I was doing more than they did around here. But anyway, I went out there and kind of, got one started. First legal distillery in the state.
Wow.
So it's number one state number out there is number one distillery.
I mean, you're talking about history. Jeez
So,
Louise.
The state was really overwhelmed. They were really behind it. They promoted it. They really took me under the wing, started, really promoting me. So I got that one up and going. 4.5 years later, we put a product on the market. By then, I was starting to get homesick.
Gotcha.
Our family and everybody was still here. The people were great. I mean, they really welcomed us out there, but I was starting to get homesick. So
Nothing like my old Kentucky home, right?
that's exactly right. So the opportunity came about. A guy by the name of Peter Lofton, he called me one day. I was in Wyoming, and he said, I want to start a distillery. He had started buying some product around, aged product, and he was having a hard time finding any. And he said, I think I want to build a distillery. I want to start making product of my own. And I said, well, you know anything about it? And he said, no, I don't. I said, well, how are you going to do that? And he said, I'm not, you are. So we talked for a while, and I found out what he was up to and what he was wanting to do. So one thing led to another, and I agreed to come back and undertake this, and that's how I came back to Kentucky.
Wow.
That's cool.
During that time, this was 2013, but before that, 2007, the Kentucky Distillers Association inducted me into the Bourbon Hall of Fame.
Nice.
Which was a very, very unique, honorable mention. And I was inducted into the Hall of Fame, and in 2011, they inducted Donna into the Hall of Fame.
That's fantastic.
That is awesome.
That was a very, very unique thing. We are the only living couple that are in the Hall of Fame together.
Fantastic.
It's very, very unique, and it's all due to the promotion and the undertaking of promoting the product and making and developing products. So anyway, we came back to Bardstown in 2013, started Bardstown Bourbon. We started out a small operation, 1.5 million proof gallons, or about 25,000 barrels a year. And we started a different approach to the process. We started custom producing for other distillers, other brands. And we now produce for 25 other customers. We've produced 50 different recipes, which compared to anybody else, somebody like MGP, which is up in Indiana, they produce about 5 different recipes.
Wow.
Maker's Mark
Jeez.
produces 1 recipe. Somebody like Heaven Hill or some of them might have 4 or 5. But we produce 50 different recipes
50?
in the course of a year.
Wow.
So it's a pretty unique process we use, and we're one of the most high-tech, sophisticated production facilities in the country.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
So, all right, so let's take a few steps back. I'll say it, you're a 21-year-old kid looking to find your way, and you start at Maker's Mark, and you do everything. At what point are you sitting there thinking, this might be what I want to do?
I don't think there's any one point. I think it was just my curiosity was that I want to see what causes this to act like this. I want to see what this does. I want to see what's going on over here, and all parts of it. I wanted to learn about it.
Yeah.
So just going from distillery to warehouse to bottling house, I wanted to learn all about it, and it wasn't just learning, hey, this is bottling house, this is where they fill the bottles. I wanted to learn the mechanism, the mechanics of it.
Yeah.
So I actually learned how the filler worked, how you wire a motor up, how you make everything work. So I actually dug in and learned the mechanics of it, the workings of it. So it was learning how everything worked rather than just saying, okay, I can fill a bottle.
Right.
Or I can roll a barrel.
Right.
I wanted to learn how everything worked, and And to me, that's the schooling I got to. I didn't go to college to learn the chemistry of it. I learned it on the job.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned to be a master distiller.
Wow.
Awesome. So what, being a Hall of Famer, what kind of perks do you get? If the perks are nice, I might want to try to get in the Hall of Fame one day myself.
It's not going to happen. It's a good question. It's not going to happen, but it is a good question.
It opens a few doors.
Does it? Good.
I get a few drinks here and there. So,
That's what I want to do. I'm in line. Sign me up.
No, that's fantastic.
Oh man!
But at the time that I was inducted, I think there was 27 members in it. There's I think somewhere around 50 or 60 right now. But it's an honor that the Kentucky Distillers Association bestows on people that are notable to, doing things, whether it's publications or parts in the industry itself, it's production, sales, whatever. It's where you've done things that are honorable mention.
That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. I just love it when the good people have good things happen to him, and man, he's just good through and through.
Closest thing you're going to ever be to Hall of Fame, J-Bo, is sitting with a Hall of Famer.
Alcohol of Fame, maybe. I mean, come on.
All right, so when you started in the bourbon business, did you, looking back now and knowing where we are and the explosion that has happened in the bourbon industry, did you ever in your wildest dreams see that?
No, we've actually seen the bottom of it too. We went through the late 70s, early 80s when everything went white. Everything went to vodkas, gins, and that end of it. Distilleries were thinking we were going to have to shut the doors. We went that one time I was actually laid off for a few weeks. Distilleries went bad, and it's just a cycle that eventually it'll go through it again. I don't think we'll see it in my lifetime, maybe not yours, but it'll eventually take a cycle. But right now we're booming, and I think the reasoning for that is that people are starting to appreciate quality products. When I first came into the industry in the 70s, people were not appreciating quality products. There was Maker's Mark, Weller, Pappy's. There was products out there that were good quality products, but people were not paying a little bit more for them. They were going out and buying cheaper products just to have a drink.
Sure.
So, now I see consumers come in every day and they taste products and they get what they want, and they're not looking at the dollar so much. So they're starting to really appreciate it. And I think that's going to be the longevity of it. They're going to watch and appreciate, and the products we have at the distillery, you're seeing more quality than you are just dollar signs.
Wow. You talk about the Bourbon Trail. Your wife Donna was really instrumental in that Bourbon Trail, in the start of what is the Bourbon Trail. It's but I don't know that anybody really expected the Bourbon Trail to be what it is now. People come from everywhere to go on the Bourbon Trail. Big money is spent. Bourbons are bought. How cool is that to see where the Bourbon Trail has gone?
It's very cool, and you're right. Donna and two other ladies, one year at actually the Bourbon Festival, or at a meeting, they were talking with Ed O'Daniel, who was president of Kentucky Distillers Association, and they were talking and said, we need to start a trail, and we need to start something that people can go to the distilleries and see what's going on. And he kind of tagged onto the idea, and he got up and made an announcement. He said, these ladies are instrumental in starting this trail.
Wow.
And
Awesome.
they
That's
actually
huge.
got together at a later meeting and got things launched. And they called distilleries and said, hey, if we start this, are you okay with us having people come to your facility and starting, tours and starting people seeing what's going on. Nobody was set up for that.
Yeah.
You know, who wants to go into a facility that's cooking mash that's hotter than blazes? You know, it's 100,
Right.
120
Yeah.
degrees in there,
Yeah.
and you're going to take people in to see that?
Sure.
So, you know, everybody's adapted to it now, and it's great. And we started something kind of well, everybody's doing it, but we're wanting to do something kind of Napa Valley style to start an experience, you know, where you come in and Kentucky's legislators have started, you know, allowing a little more pours. You know, we can now at the distillery, and everybody can do it. We have everybody's products at the distillery at the bar. You can come in and sit at the bar, and you can have anybody's product you want.
That's cool.
It's not limited to just my product.
Right.
We can have wine, we can have beer, we can have whatever we want, or whatever the customer wants. So it's not limited. And 2 years ago it was. If you went to my place, you could only have my product.
Wow.
So
So that took a legislative effort to make that happen.
that is exactly
Wow.
right. So it took change in the legislature for that to happen. And when that opens up the field for distilleries to open up for visitors to come in and have the visitors experience.
Wow.
So when you start opening up the infrastructure, then that opens up for more visitors. I mean, 2 years ago, there was like 1.5 million visitors came to Kentucky just for the bourbon industry experience. When we open this up, there can be, of course, this pandemic has really limited things, but
Sure.
when all this goes away, there can be 4 or 5 million people come to Kentucky just for this experience.
That is awesome.
Unbelievable.
It kind of brings up a thought. You mentioned the changes, and now you at Bardstown Bourbon Company can be able to have other bourbons. Let's back that up a couple of years ago when you couldn't do that. But in general, what is the relationship with you as the master distiller at Bardstown Bourbon Company and master distiller at this distillery or this one? You guys are you all like one big brotherhood type of deal?
Oh yeah, we party together. We get together. I mean, at our restaurant, it's not unusual to see people from Maker's Mark, people from Jim Beam, people from Willits, people from Heaven Hill. They come in and eat. You know, they'll come over. Just about a week or so ago, Greg Davis came over, who was the master distiller at Maker's Mark. I've had people from Heaven Hill come in. Willits people will come in quite often and eat. I mean, it's not unusual to have 3 or 4 people from other distilleries in there to eat during the week.
That's very cool.
I mean, that's got to be so cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think one of the things that's really I enjoy about the industry is that we are one big group, especially on the production side of it. You know, we party together. If I had an issue at the distillery, I could call any one of them, and they would help me out at whether I needed a motor or a part, or if I needed a device, they would come and help me out.
That's
So
great.
it's there's no cutthroat. There's no cutthroat in that. I mean, because you can imagine some industries. It's like, are you kidding me? You're calling me to help you?
right.
Yeah.
No, you know, don't call me. And that's pretty cool.
And I'm sure you probably helped many, many, many people out yourself in this
yeah.
industry.
I mean, I've gone to other distilleries, especially young ones, and helped them start up.
See, that's
You
great.
know, we sent a couple of people down to Texas last year and helped them start their distillery up.
That shows your character, man. That's pretty cool of you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, it's very friendly industry, and you know, we do whatever we can because I can't make enough to supply. Everybody in the country can't make enough to supply everybody, so why should we fight?
Right.
You know?
You're right. You're right.
Great point.
And you know, when I'm drinking bourbon, I'm a pretty happy guy myself. You know, I don't see why anybody would fight if you're drinking bourbon. You're just kind of chilling, you know.
That's good.
I mean,
that's good stuff. I think
Speaking of chilling, we need to take a quick
we
break.
do need to take a break. When we come back, it'll be segment 2. We're hanging out with the legend, man. I know he doesn't like to be called a legend, but dude, he's a legend.
He is.
He is a legend. That is Steve Nally. We'll be back for our second segment of 2 Shots on a Barrel coming your way. Stick around for more 2 Shots.
Whether you're buying or selling, be it your first home or your last home, or building your investment portfolio, give me a call. I'm Lisa Kearns, a realtor with Exit Realty Heartland. I understand the stress and hassles involved in buying and selling, and I will be here for you. Let me put my 20 plus years experience in marketing and customer service to work for you. Give me a call, 270-402-4036. Lisa Kearns, realtor with Exit Realty Heartland, here to work for you.
Hey, this is Jimbo.
This is J-Bo.
Man, we are so happy because, J-Bo, we got this podcast going, and we got fantastic sponsors like our good buddy Billy Taft with Big O Tires.
Billy Taft, longtime friend, and I've been going to him for years for new tires at Big O Tires.
I needed a new set of tires just recently. Guess where I went?
Where'd you go?
Big O Tires here in Lebanon, Kentucky, the heart of Central Kentucky. Billy Taft. He took fantastic care of me. I know he's always taking care of you.
Yeah, heck yeah. He's even taking care of me when I broke down in Bardstown. He has a Bardstown location as well. Fixed the tires right up. Baby, I was out the door, back to Lebanon in no time.
He does a fantastic job. He's always worried about number one. You know what number one is?
What's that?
That is the customer.
Exactly.
The customer is always right when it comes to Billy Taft and Big O Tires, J-Bo.
You can get oil changes, tire rotations, new tires. Heck, he's even got used tires you can buy.
Absolutely. Whatever it is you're looking for, I guarantee you're going to find it at Big O Tires, Bardstown, or in Lebanon. Boy, and guess what? They are sponsors right here, J-Bo, on Two Shots on a Barrel.
I'm telling you what, we love Billy Taft and Big O Tires.
Go there today. Big O Tires, Billy Taft. It's in Lebanon and Bardstown, the heart of Central Kentucky. Two old boys ain't much for working. J-Bo, I love it. I love it, man. I love that tune.
Terry is so talented.
Terry Woolley. So, the story goes that I said, Terry, we're doing this podcast thing. We're just a couple of guys want to talk about bourbon, everything that is Central Kentucky. And Terry's like, I got you. And he took it from there.
Yeah, 24 hours later, bam, we have an opening theme for our podcast.
Terry Woolley with Crystal Music is to kind of icing on the cake. Is sponsoring Two Shots on the Barrel. I don't know how cool that is.
Not only did he do this for us, he's also sponsoring us. So, I mean, it's a double whammy from old Terry. Thank you, Terry.
And you guys have come a long way. You went from a point in time where you guys didn't necessarily get along the best in the world, and now you are like best friends.
Well, it's like, you put two superstars in one room, there's going to be some bumping heads.
Listen, whether it's recording, maybe it's some voice lessons that you need, some learning how to play a guitar, harmonica, you name it, Crystal Music in Campbellsville, Kentucky is the place to go.
Hey, I even was in a tight spot. I was going to go to Nashville. I was going to interview a bunch of artists, and I needed a guitar to sign.
I remember that. I
walked in there, and I'm telling you, they have guitars everywhere. And he said, you don't want this guitar, you want this guitar. And he set me up, and away I went to Nashville. Bam.
He took care of you, and that's the way he can take care of everybody. He's a good dude. He works so hard. His wife, Ina, though, is the best thing in the world about him. There's no doubt about that. But Terry Woolley is a great dude, and for every musical thing that you need, including... If you're out there listening and you need a jingle for your podcast, reach out to Terry Woolley. Check him out on Facebook. Look him up, Terry Woolley. That's Wooley. Or look up Crystal Music. You'll be able to check out all their deals along the way. And thanks so much, as always, J-Bo. They're a great sponsor.
Hey, and we're looking for more.
Absolutely. Right here on Two Shots on a Barrel.
We love our fans on Two Shots on a Barrel, don't we, J-Bo?
We love our fans, and we're giving them many, many, many options to be able to listen to our show. And I'm going to give a few right now of the places you can go to find Two Shots on the Barrel.
Do it. I mean, because it's literally no excuse. It's out there everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's on Podchaser, Deezers.
Deezers, that's a funny one, man. Say that again
twice. That was
twice.
hard to say. Deezer. Listen Notes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, a brand new opportunity, and that's on Amazon Music, Stitchers, iHeartRadio, Pandora, TuneIn and Alexa, and Podcast Addict.
I never knew that there were so many ways that you could listen to Two Shots on a Barrel, but people are picking their platform of choice. They love Two Shots on a Barrel. We are having a blast. I mean, where else can you just come in, talk about everything that is Central Kentucky, drink bourbon, or even today, our latest one is coffee.
And bourbon. I mean, it's great. It's wonderful, and we appreciate everybody for tuning in. No matter where you find us, we're just glad you're listening.
We appreciate that you are having so much fun with Two Shots on a Barrel. We hear comments all the time. Keep on doing it. Hit that subscribe button, whichever your favorite platform is, because we love you.
We love you guys.
All right, stick around because we got 2 more shots.
I can tell.
Yeah, 2 shots on a barrel coming your way. God bless America, baby.
We're back with Steve Nally with 2 Shots on a Barrel, having a great time in the studio here with Jim Reed as well as Jay Bo, and talking all things bourbon with my buddy Mr. Steve. And I cannot believe you've been here for a whole segment, and today's a very, very special day.
It is a special day.
And you haven't even pointed it out yet, that how special it is. There's somebody having a birthday today, and you really should tell him happy birthday. You are so much like me. Your son is having a birthday today.
He probably doesn't want this mentioned because he's a half a century old today.
50 years old, yeah. Mr. Kirk Nally. Happy birthday.
Nally, yeah, he's having a birthday day, and actually I sent him a wish well. I said, "Are you feeling older? Are you feeling better? Is your memory going, or what's going on with you?"
Right. And he didn't answer. He's probably still napping, right?
he did answer. He said, I'll probably have to have a drink later just to sober up.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday, Kirk.
Yeah. Segment 3, we I can't wait till segment 3. Segment 3 is going to be fun. That's the pull the crap out of J-Bo's butt section. And man, it's going to be a fun one because I know J-Bo has been doing a little private investigating, Steve.
Some digging on you, man.
Oh, this could be interesting. I might have to take my headphones off
and plead the Fifth Amendment, right?
I don't know these guys.
Or what do you call that? Fifth
Amendment. Oh. It's the larceny talking now.
Yeah, we are drinking larceny today, which was it was a good choice for sure.
Well, I have a story I need to tell.
Go ahead and tell it.
For many, many years, I've gone to fundraisers, and you can always count on Wyoming Whiskey to have a basket there with their products and stuff. And I've tried every time. I would get outbidded every time. But you know what? I won one. And all I wanted was the bottle. I didn't care for the foo-foo glasses and everything else was in it.
I like the foo-foo glasses.
I probably gave them to you. But
I mean.
But I finally got a bottle, and I said, I'm going to hold on to this. And next time I see him.
You're going to get an autograph.
I'm going to get an autograph. So I'll pull it out.
How long ago was this?
Dude, it's been a long time. But I pull it out to bring it here today to get it autographed.
And you show it to me.
And I show it to you. The damn thing's already autographed. So, I mean, come on. I mean, that's my luck right there. But I do have my bottle of Wyoming whiskey, and it is autographed. And thanks.
12-1-12. That's the number one. That's the first bottling.
Nice. Oh. See, that's a special one then.
Dang. How much you take for that?
I'll probably never have another one. I get outbidded. Let's see, the date's on here. 11-10-12. I've had that bottle a long time.
And that strip on the front of it, that's 12-1-12. That's first bottling. That's it.
Right here? Okay,
that
yeah.
tells you that. Yeah.
Oh, well, hellfire.
That is cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, so stay away from my bottle.
I'm liking that.
I might need to get him to sign it in like black for the second time so I can officially say I had it signed.
You can witness it.
That's right. That's right.
I remember one time down at Maker's Mark, we had a signing, and Bill Jr. spent the whole day beforehand signing bottles, getting ready for it. And this lady came through, and she got her bottle pre-signed by Bill, and she walked up and she said, "How do I know this is not a stamp? How do I know you really signed it?" So he took the bottle, he re-signed it again, and he said, "Here, you saw me."
That's great. How was it? How was it at Maker's Mark? Because when you talk about legends, I mean, how can you not go
down that Samuel's path, right?
Right.
I mean, how was that?
It was great. I mean, it was family because I really had the privilege of working with T.W. Samuels, who started the distillery, and Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Total opposites. You know,
Really?
T.W. was a real calm, gentle man.
Yeah.
And anybody that knew Bill Samuels, he was off the wall.
Yeah.
He was totally opposite. But T.W. made the product, made a great product. Bill sold it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just between the two of them, they made the product and they sold it. So they really teamed up and made Maker's Mark.
Wow.
That's cool.
So it was great.
Yeah.
But it was a family operation. It worked family, and I couldn't have asked for any better training grounds, if that's what you want to call it, than at Maker's Mark.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. So this trip to Wyoming, I mean, you got to do it. I mean, everything. The whole, we're starting this. Everything was Steve Nally, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I laid the facility out. I put all the equipment where I wanted it. I got to train everybody the way I wanted them, because going out there, nobody knew. People would come by and they say, "What are you building, a granary, or what is this place?"
Yeah.
And people I hired, they had no idea what was going on. So I got to train everybody just the way I wanted them. So it was good in ways, it was bad in ways, because I had to train them from step one. But it was a good experience. I wouldn't take anything for it. But they had good work ethics. They were all good, hard workers, so that was good. But it was a good experience for me because I got to prove myself. I'd worked everything. I'd done all the jobs. I knew what I was doing, and I got to prove it, kind of away from everything that, I didn't have anybody coming in and say, well, this is the way you ought to do it, or that's the way you ought to do it. I got to do it my way.
Wow.
Did you said it took 4 years to get the product out there? Did anybody try to convince you to make something like a 2-year product? Did anybody try to change your plan along the way, or was it this is how we're doing it?
Well, yeah, they did. Actually, the first product was released a little bit too early, because it was released at 4 years, and it should have been waited another 6 to 8 months. And just like any startup, when you build a facility, you've got all the expense of that. You've got the expense of operating for 4.5 years, and you get financially strapped.
Right.
You get a whole lot of money going in. They had a little over $10 million already spent, and they were starting to get cash stride.
Needing it.
So they pushed it, and I tried to get them to wait 6 more months. They didn't, and it left a bad taste on a lot of people's mouths. So if they had waited 6 to 8 more months, it'd have been a whole lot better.
Was that the first rye that you made out there?
That's a wheated product.
The wheat, okay. Because somebody sent me a text to ask you about your first rye.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. Yeah. The wheat, after it aged 6 more months, it was a whole lot better. It was a whole lot better product. The rye, let's go into that story. Well, when I went out there, they asked what I wanted to make, and I said, I want to make a wheated product. So we got into it about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years. Well, the owners came to me and they said, let's make a rye whiskey. And I said, I don't want to make a rye. So they said, yeah, you're going to make a rye whiskey. So I said, okay, we'll make something. So anyway, we got into it, and I made something. And we made it, put it in the barrels, and there was no more said about it. So when they got ready to bottle it, they called me. I'd already left. I came back to Kentucky. This is 4 years later. So David DeFazio, he called me one day, and he said, I can't use that language on the air, but he said, I thought we told you to make a rye. And I said, you did. He said, how come you didn't do it? And I said, I told you I didn't want to make a rye. And he said, you blankety blank blank. Anyway, I made a 49% rye, so it wasn't a rye whiskey. So they called it a near rye. It was an excellent product. It was so good that they repeated the mash bill, the recipe,
Nice.
and they called it a near rye.
Near rye.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it was great.
What a story.
I told him, I said, I told you I didn't want to make a rye whiskey.
They're like, make a rye, no. Make a rye, no.
No.
Make a rye, and then he
Okay. All right. You're right.
That's
awesome.
great.
I'll never give up my, where I get my info from. I never do.
Well, David was telling. I mean, I've seen some podcasts he's done, and he'll tell us the exact same story.
That is so funny.
And he does the unbleeped version of it.
That's awesome.
That is so funny. That is fantastic. So, how would you, J-Bo, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
So, here you got a legend. You got a Hall of Famer who starts this distillery.
Uh-huh.
And how would you like to be the guy that follows him?
No, I wouldn't like it at all.
I mean, can you imagine?
No.
So Steve's like, all right, my old Kentucky home is calling my name. I'm going back home. And then you got to be, it's kind of like Joe B. Hall following Adolph Rupp.
Yeah, it's
I mean, you get that feeling?
That's some big shoes to fill. Big shoes to fill.
I mean, how's Wyoming whiskey doing now?
There's been 2 follow me so far.
There you go.
that answers the question.
Yeah. I can't imagine
That's
doing
awesome. So, is like you said, is Wyoming whiskey still thriving there?
Yeah, it's still
fan
doing
favorite?
good, and it's starting to come back. Because, like I said, there was a bad taste,
Right.
because of the early product is just green, and and I drink it. I mean, that's what I drink, and we've got product that's getting ready to come out, and it's doing good. September of 22, we'll have a 6-year-old product.
Oh, wow.
And right now we've got Fusion, which is a blend of a younger product and some aged product we bought, which is really good. And right now I've got a 4-year-old wheated product. When it gets 6, it'll be old enough to come out, and that's going to be my go-to then.
Wow.
But, it's...
Just don't forget about us, too. We might need a little bit of that.
Well, you just have to wait.
Sound like my mama.
Yeah.
You're going to have to wait.
Yeah. So what's your if I said, Steve, I want you to fix up a Steve Nally select product that represents who Steve Nally is and the type of bourbon he wants to drink. What would it be?
Well, first off, it's going to be a wheated bourbon. That's one of my go-tos. And there's
So wheated in general gives bourbon a what kind of slant, let's say?
Well, to me, it's a little bit smoother, sweeter
Okay.
flavor profile. Larceny is one, Maker's Mark's one, Weller's one. Those are wheated bourbons.
Okay.
And
So a good sweet and smooth feel to it.
And to me, because I'm not used to it, rye is more of a peppery, spicy flavor profile. And when you first compare rye to wheat, the spiciness is kind of a hotter. With the alcohol in the rye, it's a little bit more hotter, negative flavor. But wheat won't stand up in a cocktail like rye will. So if you put wheat in a cocktail, it loses all of its flavor. Where rye won't. And that's why most time in a cocktail you'll see rye whiskeys in a cocktail, and usually are higher rye. A green labeled rye whiskey. Most of your rye whiskeys are green labeled if they're high rye.
Okay.
So those are usually used in cocktails.
Okay.
Because they stand up, the flavor profile stands
I
up
had no
better in
idea.
cocktail.
Just learning something.
So is it
new.
fair to say then a wheated bourbon is more of a sipping, you can drink it neat type of a bourbon?
Yeah, I mean it's something that you put it on ice or neat, and a lot of times if you don't want it on ice, I keep mine in the freezer. I keep it chilled, and that way if you want to just pour a little of a glass, it's already cold.
Yeah.
Just sip it, and that way it's already cool, and
Right.
you can
Good
enjoy
idea.
it.
Good idea.
So you would definitely your select product would be wheated, and what what else?
Somewhere around 90 to 100 proof. I don't usually like something higher than that. If it is, I'll throw a cube of ice in it, just to knock the proof down on it a little bit.
Yeah.
There's usually a little bit too much bite to it if it's 120 or so.
Yeah.
That's a good proof for me. My favorite age is somewhere between 6 and 8 years old, 6 and 10 years old. If it gets too much older than that, it's a little bit too much wood for me. some people like that extra oakiness, extra wood, leathery flavor profile.
Right.
I kind of like that. Still the caramel and vanillas, but not too much wood in it. So 6 to 10 year old is a good age for me. So that's kind of the range I like. But other than that, anything's good.
Yeah.
Wow. I tell you what, I can't wait to come out there to have dinner and hang out at the bar.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I think you need to one time invite Sharon and myself, Steve and Donna, and take us out for a nice meal at Bardstown Bourbon
why don't
Company.
we invite his daughter and her husband?
Little Bino and Monty. That's a perfect.
I'm thinking we could take them just so we could be seated faster. If they show up.
That's a perfect table of 8 as far as I'm concerned.
That's great. That's great. Would you have dinner with us one night if we come out there?
I believe we can arrange that.
Oh, that'd be cool, man. I'm excited now, boy.
So you mentioned
who you think's going to get the seat faster, Bino or me?
If food's involved, I'm going with Bino.
Yeah, I'm with you. You had mentioned a cool thing that you guys have got going on at Bardstown Bourbon Company. Be able to fill your own bottle. Tell us about that.
Well, we're getting ready. In fact, the equipment's getting put in as we speak. We're going to start a project, a fill your own bottle. We've already launched a product of private barrels, and it's a product of immature barrels, which are young barrels that people are purchasing, but they can't get them yet because they've got to wait for them to age. So they're buying barrels that are 2-3 years old, but they've got to wait for them to mature before they get them. But along with that, when they do mature, they will be able to fill them themselves at the distillery. So with this fill your own bottle, people can come in, they can fill their own bottles, or even barrels that are ready to be launched or ready to be filled. Visitors can come in, they can go to the warehouse, the location that the bottle filler's at. They'll be able to fill their own bottles. There'll be a space on the label for them to write a little message. They can write the proof, the date they filled it, and take off.
That's
they'll
cool,
have their
man.
own bottle.
Yeah, that is.
So,
we need to move to Bardstown.
Yeah, or at least Holy Cross.
Yeah, Holy Cross.
Holy Cross is pretty close. I mean, there's a little shortcut through Manton right through there.
Oh, that's great.
It's just,
yeah, man. We got a new best friend.
Yeah,
might as well move out there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm so excited for that. When do you want to go, Jim? When do you want to take a tour? You want to go?
The sooner the better.
Yeah.
And Steve's already told us that we can set up our mobile. We can do a podcast right there at Bardstown Bourbon Company.
Let's do it,
dude. I'm ready to go. I mean, today.
Well, let's take a short break, talk about it, and come back and wrap things up here.
I'm
with
excited
Mr. Steve.
about segment 3. This is going to be fun.
Strap in there.
Yeah, stick around for 2 Shots on a Barrel segment 3. You're not going to want to miss this. I promise you. Back with 2 Shots right after this break.
Whether you're buying or selling, be it your first home or your last home, or building your investment portfolio, give me a call. I'm Lisa Kearns, a realtor with Exit Realty Heartland. I understand the stress and hassles involved in buying and selling, and I will be here for you. Let me put my 20-plus years experience in marketing and customer service to work for you. Give me a call, 270-402-4036. Lisa Kearns, realtor with Exit Realty Heartland, here to work for you.
Hey, this is Jimbo.
This is J-Bo.
Man, we are so happy because J-Bo, we got this podcast going and we got fantastic sponsors like our good buddy Billy Taft with Big O Tires.
Billy Taft, longtime friend, and I've been going to him for years for new tires at Big O Tires.
I needed a new set of tires just recently. Guess where I went?
Where'd you go?
Big O Tires here in Lebanon, Kentucky, the heart of Central Kentucky. Billy Taft. He took fantastic care of me. I know he's always taking care of you.
Yeah, heck yeah. He's even taking care of me when I broke down in Bardstown. He has a Bardstown location as well. Fixed the tires right up. Baby, I was out the door, back to Lebanon in no time.
He does a fantastic job. He's always worried about number one. You know what number one is?
What's that?
That is the customer.
Exactly.
The customer is always right when it comes to Billy Taft and Big Old Tires, J-Bo.
You can get oil changes, tire rotations, new tires. Heck, he's even got used tires you can buy.
Absolutely. Whatever it is you're looking for, I guarantee you're going to find it at Big Old Tires, Bardstown, or in Lebanon. Boy, and guess what? They are sponsors right here, J-Bo, on Two Shots on a Barrel.
I'm telling you what, we love Billy Taft and Big Old Tires.
Go there today. Big Old Tires, Billy Taft. It's in Lebanon and Bardstown, the heart of Central Kentucky. Two old boys ain't much for working. J-Bo, I love it. I love it, man. I love that tune.
Terry is so talented.
Terry Woolley. So, the story goes that I said, Terry, we're doing this podcast thing. We're just a couple guys want to talk about bourbon, everything that is Central Kentucky. And Terry's like, I got you. And he took it from there.
Yeah, 24 hours later, bam, we have an opening theme for our podcast.
Terry Woolley with Crystal Music is to kind of icing on the cake. Is sponsoring Two Shots on the Barrel. I don't know how cool that is.
Not only did he do this for us, he's also sponsoring us. So, I mean, it's a double whammy from old Terry. Thank you, Terry.
And you guys have come a long way. You went from a point in time where you guys didn't necessarily get along the best in the world, and now you are like best friends.
Well, it's like, you put two superstars in one room, there's going to be some bumping heads.
Listen, whether it's recording, maybe it's some voice lessons that you need, some learning how to play a guitar, harmonica, you name it, Crystal Music in Campbellsville, Kentucky is the place to go.
Hey, I even was in a tight spot. I was going to go to Nashville. I was going to interview a bunch of artists, and I needed a guitar to sign.
I remember that.
I walked in there, and I'm telling you, they have guitars everywhere. And he said, you don't want this guitar, you want this guitar. And he set me up, and away I went to Nashville. Bam.
He took care of you, and that's the way he can take care of everybody. He's a good dude. He works so hard. His wife, Ina, though, is the best thing in the world about him. There's no doubt about that. But Terry Woolley is a great dude, and for every musical thing that you need, including... if you're out there listening and you need a jingle for your podcast, reach out to Terry Woolley. Check him out on Facebook. Look him up, Terry Woolley. That's Wooley. Or look up Crystal Music. You'll be able to check out all their deals along the way. And thanks so much, as always, J-Bo. They're a great sponsor.
Hey, and we're looking for more.
Absolutely. Right here on Two Shots in a Barrel.
We love our fans on Two Shots on a Barrel. Don't we, J-Bo?
We love our fans, and we're giving them many, many, many options to be able to listen to our show. And I'm going to give a few right now of the places you can go to find Two Shots on the Barrel.
Do it. I mean, because it's literally no excuse. It's out there everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's on Podchaser, Deezers.
Deezers, that's a funny one, man. Say that again
twice. That was
twice.
hard to say. Deezer. Listen Notes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, a brand new opportunity, and that's on Amazon Music, Stitchers, iHeartRadio, Pandora, TuneIn, and Alexa, and Podcast Addict.
I never knew that there were so many ways that you could listen to Two Shots on a Barrel, but people are picking their platform of choice. They love Two Shots on a Barrel. We are having a blast. I mean, where else can you just come in, talk about everything that is Central Kentucky, drink bourbon, or even today, our latest one is coffee.
And bourbon. I mean, it's great. It's wonderful. And we appreciate everybody for tuning in. No matter where you find us, we're just glad you're listening.
We appreciate that you are having so much fun with Two Shots on a Barrel. We hear comments all the time. Keep on doing it. Hit that subscribe button, whichever your favorite platform is, because we love you.
We love you guys.
All right, stick around because we got two more shots.
I can tell.
Yeah, Two Shots on a Barrel coming your way. God bless America, baby.
Back to Two Shots on a Barrel. Thanks so much for Steve, Nally, coming and hanging out with us. How cool is this? Hope you can be able to follow along, subscribe to Two Shots on a Barrel. We're gonna have. Hopefully, we're just getting going, J-Bo. What is it, like 15 different countries?
16 countries.
16 different countries.
Hello, Sweden.
Hey, baby, I love Sweden.
I tell you, I'm just shell shocked at how this whole thing just took off in less than 3 months.
I mean, we're having fun. We're drinking bourbon. We're talking to people like Steve Nally.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see this going anywhere but.
I think we peaked today. I think today's our top of the mountain.
We say that every week.
I know, but we really.
I mean
this
is the. We've not had a Hall of Famer yet till today. Which
yeah.
is pretty cool.
I mean, come on.
You know what time it is, don't you?
What time is it?
It's segment 3.
Trouble time.
Trouble time.
That's right.
This is the fun part.
Time for me to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
J-Bo, we've already talked about what special day today is.
Yeah, happy birthday.
It's Kirk Nally Day.
Happy birthday, son.
50 years old. Half a century.
Wow.
So happy birthday, number one. I saw the coolest picture out on Facebook today.
It's hard to believe he's older than I am.
That's funny.
The coolest picture. Your lovely daughter Monty posted the cutest picture and saying happy birthday to her brother and the two twins, Monty and Mickey. So I was telling J-Bo before you came in and we were talking about this. I was like, Steve is well known for outstanding bourbon, right? He's a Hall of Famer. He's a legend. I'll tell you one thing. He is also well known for making beautiful baby girls.
Holy cow. Holy cow.
I'll have to agree with you. Yeah, I'll have to agree with you.
Now,
They're great.
You have a set of twins.
Correct.
And they're both beautiful. And my only question for you with this is, which one do you like more?
They are equal.
Equal.
You're not going to start that fight with me. You hear that, girls?
Oh, that's so funny.
That is
so
great.
Funny. So one thing that we love more than anything in the studios, we love our Chad Spalding Lobino. We love him.
We love Lobino.
We love having him on our shows. He was actually our first.
How do you think it is for Chad?
He hates it
to have your dad being like Steve Nally. I mean your father-in-law.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you think that would be?
I mean, it's got to be intimidating.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so short, anyways. So it's kind of it's got to be hard to live up to such a legend. But listen, we need some more dirt on old Lil Bino, and if anybody's going to have dirt on Chad, it's got to be you. You've got to have something good on this guy.
Well, it's kind of hard for me to spread any dirt on him because, we use barrels in our industry.
That's right.
And if I spread dirt, the barrels I get might start leaking.
True. Or cost more.
And cost more. So, I've got to be really careful there. So I'm probably going to take the fifth on that one.
Man. Chad's sitting there smiling right now.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
just smiling.
I'm wondering about that process of, like, when little Chad is like thinking, this is the girl of my dreams. This is who I want to marry. Now I'm going to go to Steve and I'm going to say, Mr. Nally? Can you see that?
I can see it, man.
I don't think he ever asked.
Come on, Chad. There's still time, Chad. Oh, that is so
good.
funny.
That's good.
So does Chad come to your distillery and sell you barrels, or is it just a known fact that, hey, that's my boy?
He's a craft guy,
but I'm sure that's his father-in-law.
Okay.
I mean, if you think about it.
Yeah, he comes to the distillery. He checks on barrels, and he doesn't do that for every bigger distillery.
Right.
Just for me.
See?
Yeah.
So it was a great question, J-Bo.
Yeah, he comes over, and if we have an issue, we'll call him up. If Carrie can't get hold of him, I'll call him up.
And he's right there.
And he'll come over. But, yeah, he comes over quite often, and we'll have lunch together. And, he'll check on us, just see how things are doing.
He's a great guy.
Yeah,
we pick on him, but we love him. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
That is so good.
Oh, it's so funny. I just can't believe you plead the fifth, though. I mean, I was really hoping.
All he needs is a bunch of barrels leaking.
Yes. One more barrel leaking, buddy. I'm giving them dirt.
All right, so for a second though, let's talk about Bino and his primary gig and the craft business that is really. I mean, you're seeing new craft distilleries open up every day. I think that's probably for a guy like you's got to be pretty neat to see.
Well, it's great. I mean, it's great for the industry to see all these little guys open up. I forget how many Chad said they've got in the market now. I mean, it's something like 300 or 400 or something like that. And I can remember when there's a group that's gotten together that kind of oversees or sees to the craft distilleries. And when I went out to Wyoming, there's something like 300 to 400 craft distilleries across the country. And the last count I remember seeing, there's 2,000, 2,500 across country now, and they're popping up every place. So it's quite impressive to see that. Some of them get into it not really knowing what they're doing, and some of them will turn to other guys. I mean, we've had them turn to us, when I ask for help. There's Moonshine University down in Louisville that offers courses, to people that want to get started in the industry, that helps out a whole lot. So, there's lots of ways to get into it if you want to.
Yeah.
But it's very, very popular. It's kind of like the breweries were quite a few years ago.
Sure.
That are getting into it, but it takes quite a bit more capital to get into distilling than it does brewing, because brewing you can have a turnover in a few months.
Right.
Distilling, as you know, takes a few years.
Takes a little bit.
Me and Jay both thought about it for a second, and then we figured out we didn't have any money.
Second was long enough.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, okay, this is.
Well, Lil Bino's talked us into looking into somebody making us a barrel.
Yeah, so can we do that at Bardstown Bourbon Company?
They have a process that they go through that, I can get you in touch with them. To see about purchasing a barrel.
That'd be great. Yeah, we can get some info and do it to it.
I had a question. Daggone it, I forgot where I was going with it. It was gonna be a really good
something
question.
about how did I get so handsome or something like that.
It's probably to my benefit that you forgot it.
Probably so.
Yeah, segment 3, it's probably a good thing.
Yeah, we kind of start letting the bourbon do the talking in segment 3. But we're drinking Larceny tonight. So
So can you tell us a little smidge about Larceny?
I bet you could tell us more about Larceny than I know about Larceny.
Well, basically all I know is it's just a pretty darn good product. Heaven Hill makes it. It's a wheated product, and it's just one that they don't give you a whole lot of information about it, but it's just one that I found that I like. And it's just a good product.
I found out my question, Steve.
What's that?
All right, so we talked about how J-Bo was really nervous about you coming in and how he was going to be like stuttering. And so every industry, you've got somebody that you look up to. Like for me, for God's sakes, I've been a banker for 30 years, but I've been really a radio guy. I love radio, and I dreamed about being Kaywood Ledford. And I dreamed about being Marty Brenneman. And so if I ever saw either of those two guys, I would have been like, J-Bo, Mr. Ledford, is there that guy in the bourbon industry for you that you're like, oh, crap, it's Booker No, or oh, crap, it's who is there that guy that's been in that bourbon industry that would be like, oh, crap, that makes me a little nervous to be around him?
Well, when I started out in the industry, there was a group of people I called pioneers. They were the Booker No's, the Parker Beams, who is still around, Jimmy Russell's, the T.W. Samuels. Those people, they were the guys I considered the pioneers of the bourbon industry.
Yeah.
The guy that's still around is Jimmy Russell. He's the legend of the bourbon industry.
Yeah.
And he's the guy, if he walks into the room, I feel like it's an honor to go up and shake his hand.
Wow.
And
that's cool.
He's still just, he thinks like I do. He thinks I'm not a legend. I'm Jimmy Russell, but he is a legend of the bourbon industry.
That is cool.
Yeah, he is. He's the one that I feel I start stuttering when I see him.
That's awesome.
I've learned that my stuttering problem comes when I'm not drinking enough. So once I start drinking,
I've been very proud of you today.
thanks, man. I appreciate it.
In fact, I was the one that screwed up and called Steve Chad's dad.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Who's your daddy?
Yeah. So, but other than that, you've been solid
hey, man,
today.
It's good. It's easy to interview somebody like this guy here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of us. You ask him what do you like about this bourbon? It's good. That's my answer.
That's a guy that you can just sit down and just drink bourbon and talk about solving the world's problems.
Oh yeah. So I mean, he's one of us, and we are so happy you came in to hang out with us today.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking with you. I feel like that. People say, "Well, I taste this and I taste that." I mean, I'm kind of like some of these other guys that say, it's good. I like it.
That's me.
That's
me.
I don't taste a whole lot in it. I like it or I don't like it, and that's pretty much it.
See,
Jabo, on your Mount Rushmore of bourbon, Steve Nally would be definitely there.
Definitely right in the middle.
Yeah,
right in the middle. I mean that's pretty cool. I mean, to find out that he thinks the same about bourbon as I do.
I know.
It's crazy, isn't it?
And he's a lot smarter than you, but it's like it's almost like for a second y'all are on the same plane.
I tell you what, we got a lot in common. We have beautiful kids.
Yes, you do.
We both like bourbon. Don't care about trying to figure out what fruit's in it.
Yeah.
Or nuts or whatever.
Yeah.
Or earthy products.
Yeah.
We just like to drink
fresh mown grass or leather or all that good stuff.
We know we like bourbon. So now I got a new favorite.
I feel like, and we're going to go to Bardstown Bourbon Company.
Yep.
We're going to have dinner at some point when all this, hopefully this. Are you guys are still open with all this COVID-19 stuff?
Yeah, we've just got limits, certain percentage and all that. And we're still open.
Let's go.
Well, I think it's gonna happen at some point.
Heck yeah, well.
And the coolest thing about Steve is not only do you have a Bourbon Hall of Famer sitting here, but his wife, he gets to go home to a Hall of Famer every night.
Another legend.
Yeah, and we'll have that's another guest that we can have.
Yeah,
hopefully at some point here.
Should be great to have.
Yeah,
let's do it. Line her up.
Yeah. So, man, I can't thank you enough. It's been an honor.
I've enjoyed it. Yeah, it's been great. So yeah,
we would love to have some Bardstown bourbon. I think it would look beautiful in our display.
I'll see if I can't make that happen. Looks like you're getting a few bottles. It's getting kind of low. So
yeah.
Our second shelf coming back or something.
Yeah.
Something can happen.
Yeah,
I like it.
We're not too modest that we like to accept handouts.
Okay.
I mean, if you look behind you, there's a minor case. Picture on the wall. My hat is a what's on my hat?
I don't. It's Wilderness Trail. Mine is Log Steel.
See, we like free stuff.
We take.
I'm hatless, so.
I promise I didn't take his hat.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. We had a ball. We absolutely had a ball.
Yeah, take care of yourself, and maybe someday when we're out for dinner and we can get you drunk, you can tell us Beano stories.
Okay. I'll see if I can think some up that he won't hear. But I know you'll go back and tell him.
All right, Steve Nally, thanks so much for joining Two Shots on a Barrel. Jabo, man, this is awesome.
Yeah, I got the belly pain again from laughing so much.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So again, hit that subscribe button. We're on all platforms, iTunes. We are on iHeartRadio. We are on Spotify. You pretty much name the platform. We're out there. No excuse not to be able to catch Two Shots on a Barrel.
Also on Facebook. Sign up.
Yep, definitely go out there because we're all the time putting things out there like we did about Steve Nally, kind of to give you a flavor of what you would get today on Two Shots. I guess that'll do it for today's show.
We'll see you next time.
Until next time, I'm Jimbo.
I'm Jabo.
Peace out, everybody.
Whether you're buying or selling, be it your first home or your last home, or building your investment portfolio, give me a call. I'm Lisa Kearns, a realtor with Exit Realty Heartland. I understand the stress and hassles involved in buying and selling, and I will be here for you. Let me put my 20 plus years experience in marketing and customer service to work for you. Give me a call, 270-402-4036. Lisa Kearns, realtor with Exit Realty Heartland, here to work for you.
Hey, this is Jimbo.
This is J-Bo.
Man, we are so happy because, J-Bo, we got this podcast going and we got fantastic sponsors like our good buddy Billy Taft with Big O Tires.
Billy Taft, longtime friend, and I've been going to him for years for new tires at Big O Tires.
I needed a new set of tires just recently. Guess where I went?
Where'd you go?
Big O Tires here in Lebanon, Kentucky, the heart of Central Kentucky. Billy Taft. He took fantastic care of me. I know he's always taking care of you.
Yeah, heck yeah. He's even taking care of me when I broke down in Bardstown. He has a Bardstown location as well. Fixed the tires right up. Baby, I was out the door, back to Lebanon in no time.
He does a fantastic job. He's always worried about number one. You know what number one is?
What's that?
That is the customer.
Exactly.
The customer is always right when it comes to Billy Taft and Big O Tires, J-Bo.
You can get oil changes, tire rotations, new tires. Heck, he's even got used tires you can buy.
Absolutely. Whatever it is you're looking for, I guarantee you're going to find it at Big O Tires, Bardstown, or in Lebanon. Boy, and guess what? They are sponsors right here, J-Bo, on Two Shots on a Barrel.
I'm telling you what, we love Billy Taft and Big O Tires.
Go there today. Big O Tires, Billy Taft. It's in Lebanon and Bardstown, the heart of Central Kentucky. Two old boys ain't much for working. J-Bo, I love it. I love it, man. I love that tune.
Terry is so talented.
Terry Woolley. So, the story goes that I said, Terry, we're doing this podcast thing. We're just a couple of guys want to talk about bourbon, everything that is Central Kentucky. And Terry's like, I got you. And he took it from there.
Yeah, 24 hours later, bam, we have an opening theme for our podcast.
Terry Woolley with Crystal Music is to kind of icing on the cake. Is sponsoring Two Shots on the Barrel. I don't know how cool that is.
Not only did he do this for us, he's also sponsoring us. So, I mean, it's a double whammy from old Terry. Thank you, Terry.
And you guys have come a long way. You went from a point in time where you guys didn't necessarily get along the best in the world, and now you are like best friends.
Well, it's like, you put two superstars in one room, there's going to be some bumping heads.
Listen, whether it's recording, maybe it's some voice lessons that you need, some learning how to play a guitar, harmonica, you name it, Crystal Music in Campbellsville, Kentucky is the place to go.
Hey, I even was in a tight spot. I was going to go to Nashville. I was going to interview a bunch of artists, and I needed a guitar to sign.
I remember that.
I walked in there, and I'm telling you, they have guitars everywhere. And he said, you don't want this guitar, you want this guitar. And he set me up, and away I went to Nashville. Bam.
He took care of you, and that's the way he can take care of everybody. He's a good dude. He works so hard. His wife, Ina, though, is the best thing in the world about him. There's no doubt about that. But Terry Woolley is a great dude, and for every musical thing that you need, including... If you're out there listening and you need a jingle for your podcast, reach out to Terry
Definitely.
Woolley. Check him out on Facebook. Look him up, Terry Woolley. That's Wooley. Or look up Crystal Music. You'll be able to check out all their deals along the way. And thanks so much, as always, J-Bo. They're a great sponsor.
Hey, and we're looking for more.
Absolutely. Right here on Two Shots on a Barrel.
We love our fans on Two Shots on a Barrel. Don't we, J-Bo?
We love our fans, and we're giving them many, many, many options to be able to listen to our show. And I'm going to give a few right now of the places you can go to find Two Shots on the Barrel.
Do it. I mean, because it's literally no excuse. It's out there everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's on Podchaser, Deezers.
Deezers, that's a funny one, man. Say that again
twice. That was
twice.
hard to say. Deezer. Listen Notes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, a brand new opportunity, and that's on Amazon Music, Stitchers, iHeartRadio, Pandora, TuneIn and Alexa, and Podcast Addict.
I never knew that there were so many ways that you could listen to Two Shots on a Barrel, but people are picking their platform of choice. They love Two Shots on a Barrel. We are having a blast. I mean, where else can you just come in, talk about everything that is Central Kentucky, drink bourbon, or even today, our latest one is coffee.
And bourbon. For me. I mean, it's great. It's wonderful. And we appreciate everybody for tuning in. No matter where you find us, we're just glad you're listening.
We appreciate that you are having so much fun with Two Shots on a Barrel. We hear comments all the time. Keep on doing it. Hit that subscribe button, whichever your favorite platform is, because we love you.
We love you guys.
All right, stick around because we got 2 more shots.
I can tell.
Yeah, 2 shots on a barrel coming your way. God bless America, baby.